Hello and welcome to this episode of Neighbors Cooking. I am so excited to have you back this week, and we are doing something really fun. A few weeks ago I was out having pho, and if you know what pho is, it's not pho, it's pho. It's kind of like saying duh, but pho. So, and it's spelled P-H-O, not P-H-A. So it is a soup. It's found in many different cultures, but specifically in Vietnam, you'll find a lot of it, and you'll find a lot of it in Asia. It's a mixture of ingredients that you build together while you are just creating this amazing soup base. And inside of that soup base, you can put pretty much anything you like. You could put bean sprouts, ginger, onions, cinnamon, jalapenos, eggs, whatever it is you like, and you can create, so you're creating this base, which is really the big flavor, and then you add in flavors on top of that that you can enjoy. You'll find, I think there's a pho restaurant here in Palm Springs, just down on Ramon and Gene Autry, I think it is. It's a ramen place, but they have pho, and it's super delicious. But even more fun today, besides our deconstructed soup that we're going to turn into a burrito, I've got a great guest that's going to be coming on the show and sharing so much about the wonderful things that she does in our community. Her name is Dr. Dee Calmett, and we're going to talk about all the great things she's doing with food and nutrition and our unhoused population. And it's so exciting. I'm so proud and excited to have her on here. So without further ado, we're going to bring her on. This is Dee. Hello, my dear.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the
you?
show. I'm wonderful. I'm going to have you stand right there.
Thank you.
Move out of the way. So you are a big community advocate in our little community here.
Do you know what? I don't see myself as that.
Oh, but you are.
I see myself as somebody that cares about people. And it doesn't matter whether you're a transgender person, whether you're a gay person, a straight person, whatever, you're a human entity.
Right.
Human treasure.
Right. And I so agree with you. One of the things I found really amazing, besides the fact that you do this food outreach at United Methodist Church, right?
Yes.
Every single Saturday and Sunday?
Well, pancakes at 7 on Friday.
Okay, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Pancakes at 7 on Sunday. And lunch at 11 on Saturday.
Okay.
Now, need to clarify, I don't do that. My partner John is the one that feeds.
Yes.
So it's kind of like he feeds the unhoused people or people that come.
Right.
And the thing that I do Miss Dee's Boutique.
Right.
And Miss Dee's Boutique, we opened the first one the end of April, and it's free clothes to anybody that needs it.
And that's so amazing. People, a lot of us, why is that camera down there?
Because this isn't working.
A lot of us, now see, Joe just completely threw me off. So a lot of us don't understand what the unhoused needs are. And besides food, it's also clothing. So Dee has a boutique in Desert Days Project. DAP Health, yes.
We opened that one at the end of April, and as of right now, we've done close to 250 people.
Wow.
We also have one at Stonewall in Cathedral City.
Okay.
And then our newest one is in Coachella at the health center there. And our future one that we're hoping to put into place is in Escondido, Oceanside, where we have our new sexual wellness clinic going in.
So you've got 4 now.
3 right now.
3, for out to have a 4th.
One on the drawing board.
And how can people bring you? Can they just bring the clothes to DAP Health and drop them off?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
And I've been in the boutique, and there's people in there shopping, and it's, you know, when you can give people a haircut or clothing or a place to live or something to eat that's nutritious, it makes all the difference in their day and their life. You know, and sometimes you're just taking life one day at a time. So it's really special. You know that I help with the LGBTQ food bank and write a recipe every week.
Yes.
So that those ingredients get used properly and correctly. And I'm always so proud to be doing that. And then I work with the Transgender Health and Wellness Center. We do a lot with them, with Tommy and Renee over there. So that's always fun. And it's nice to have people that just have the time and desire to give of themselves?
Well, I actually have a group of people that is giving time for themselves. This is a flyer.
Yep.
And it is Miss Dee's trans-denominational, meaning across all denominations.
Right.
Fifth Sunday Sing.
So we're going to show that to everybody. Can you see that, Joe?
And all those people are donating their time for this concert. Now it's a free, F-R-E-E-E concert, but we're going to be taking a love offering that goes for the Fresh Expressions Kitchen, the food ministry of the church, because we are preparing breakfast and lunches in the thing of 1,000 to 1,200 a week. That takes money from somewhere.
Absolutely it does.
And so we show love by feeding.
Yep.
And we show love by wearable love.
Yes.
Both of those.
Well, see, my slogan on my show is love is food of community.
Yes.
Or love is community for food, whichever way you'd like to look at it. But food and feeding community is my mission. So
now you're teaching me tonight cooking because I make reservations.
He's
I
over
don't
there
cook at
smirking. I
home.
can't wait to see you behind a pan.
Oh, he's a fabulous cook.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, we'll have to cook together sometime. So John is an amazingly handsome man. You have a beautiful husband,
Thank
partner.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So good for you. So what we're going to be starting with is I'm just going to kind of describe how we make the broth that we're using. We're not going to make that today because it would take a lot more time to get the broth done, but I'm going to go through the steps. So basically we have 4 cups of just a beef broth, a good beef broth.
Now, you know I have to get my nose and everything, so.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right, so it's a base of broth. That's what we're starting with. And not a whole lot of ingredients go into this, but the flavors that come out are truly amazing. So into this broth, and we would have it on a stove, we're going to put a cinnamon stick. We're going to put anise stars. So this anise stars, or they just look stars, it's the anise. You normally see people with anise seeds, so we're not putting seeds in because we want to pull all of these out eventually once it's cooked.
We don't want to mispronounce it.
We don't.
Because sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
And then we're putting in some cloves, about 4 cloves.
Okay.
That's going to go into there. The next thing we're going to add in is a little bit of fish sauce, about a tablespoon. And then, Benny, we're not talking to you. And then we're going to start with really what bring in 2 of the flavors, charred onion and charred ginger. I know these don't look charred, but they're going to be. So I'm going to use your hands.
My hands?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm going to have you just hold this for me.
Boy, you are brave.
Crazy, crazy. There we go. Well,
That
you know
wasn't
what?
me.
I'm just going to hold it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get my favorite thing in the kitchen, fire. And we're going to char these onions. And by charred, I mean we are going to, whoops, got a little too close.
Now watch my eyelashes.
All right, there we go. And we're going to char this onion and we're going to char the ginger. And I mean, we're going to burn it to death. And I'm not going to finish it completely here for us, but we are really going to burn it, all right? So we're going to get this char on it. And that would go into our broth. We're going to do the same thing with the ginger. So we would char the ginger up. We're going to rinse that off. We're not eating it anyways. And we're going to char the ginger. So the same thing, you could use your broiler, open flame in your broiler to char them, or you can use a creme brulee torch or a lighter if you've really got a lot of time. So that's going to go into your broth, your onions, and then you're just going to simmer this for a few hours on the stove. And when it's done, you're going to have this beautiful broth that we've already done and made. Here, have a taste. And you'll see just the flavor profile that's come out from that. Isn't that good?
Tasty.
Yeah. So we're going to take all of those ingredients that are in here, and we're going to take them out because we don't need them. Thank you, Joe. We're taking out the anise seed, the cinnamon stick, all of that, the ginger, and we're just left with this beautiful broth. Oops, there we go. All right, we got everything out. I think I might have one little extra onion in there. There we go. All right, so we've got this beautiful broth. We're going to save some of this broth for dipping sauce, because this is really where our flavor is for the burrito. And just put that off to the side. And then we're going to take this sauce and we're going to thicken it up. So we're just going to heat up.
Can I stand over here?
Yeah,
and
come
watch?
stand over
Okay.
here. And we're going to heat that up. I'm going to take a little bit of cornstarch and a little bit of the broth that we've already made and just make a little bit of a paste. This way it doesn't clump. If you used flour, it would get clumpy and it just wouldn't be very good. And then you got to create a roux, and it's really not that type of sauce.
Like when I try to make country gravy.
Yeah, like
and it's all
that.
lumpy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But country gravy is supposed to kind of be lumpy, but
Well, John looks at it and he goes, hey, I'll cook, you eat.
there's our cinnamon stick.
Everything I do is lumpy there.
So we've got this, and we're just going to put it in. And so what we're creating is this thick sauce
Okay.
that's going to be kind of like a sour cream would go onto a burrito.
Okay.
So this is where our flavor is going to come in. So we're just going to let that start to boil. While that's boiling, we're going to turn this on, and I'm going to have you cook our steaks.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the sizzle.
Uh-oh.
Get that pan hot. We've got these great hex-clad pans that I get from Gordon Ramsay, who is one of our show sponsors. So I'm very thankful. These pans are amazing. They're stainless steel on the outside. In the middle is a cast iron, and then on the top is a Teflon coated.
Are they?
The handle won't get hot,
Oh,
but
good.
these get very hot.
Okay.
They get much hotter than regular pans because of the cast iron that's in the middle,
Okay.
and they're heavy. So I used to pull my grandma's cast iron skillet out, but I can't even use it. It gets too heavy. All right, our sauce is starting to thicken here. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. All right. That feels like it's getting warm. All right, and I need to give you a fork so you can turn. So we're using sirloin steak, but the flap. So if you know what sirloin comes from the back of the cow between the 13th rib down, and the flap is what's coming over. So kind of this side piece on a cow.
You mean what I'm trying to get rid of?
All of us,
Oh, okay.
yes. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in. It's very thinly sliced because we want it to cook quick. It's not going to take a long time. When you're putting things in a pan, put it away from you so you don't splatter yourself. And I'm going to have you watch these. You'll turn them after about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And while that's going on, I'm going to start our noodles that go in the burrito. So we're using these Thai noodles. They're just stir-fry rice noodles. So altogether, this is going to come under about 500 calories when we're done.
Oh, great.
So it's very healthy, clean and green.
And you're going to have to just say, turn them. Because
I will tell you that.
My concept of time is
In a bottle.
in a bottle. That's
All right, let's get this water up. So these rice noodles are only going to take about 3 or 4 minutes to cook. And they're going to go into our burrito. There we go. So how long have you lived here in Palm Springs?
this time I lived here 6 years.
6 years.
This is my 4th time to live here.
Why did you leave the other times?
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm going to be 76.
Oh
My
my
next birthday.
goodness.
And every time I live here, I keep thinking, I'm much too young to live here. So I live here for a while, and then I move away. And one of the incarnations of me living here, I was the general manager of the legendary Racket Club
Oh, okay.
out on Racket Club that,
Yep.
they're tearing
Yep.
down. And then one entity, when I lived here, I had my own show here, and it was the second most visited show, first one being the Palm Springs Follies.
Oh my God, you were in the Follies?
No, the Follies were going, Rip's show was going,
Okay.
and my Ivana Tramp show was going at the same time.
All right. So if you don't know what the Follies are, it was a mainstay here in Palm Springs.
Yes.
It was all of these amazing Palm Springs showgirls that were retired, and they had the huge headdresses still and the big outfits. And if you haven't been to the Plaza Theater, the dressing room was down a really narrow set of stairs.
And you had to be 70
to be in it.
You had to be 70 to be in it.
And these women would get up and do this show and can and kicking and singing and entertaining. And the host was
Rip Markowitz.
Rick Markowitz.
And they brought buses in.
Yep.
From
Oh my God,
everywhere.
it was so
great.
amazing. Everybody went. And we're about to reopen the Plaza Theater, and that's very
Yes.
exciting. Have you had a
Yes.
tour inside there yet?
Not yet.
Oh my God, it's
But,
so amazing.
You know, Lily's coming, and I think Lily
Yes,
Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin is coming,
Who
yes.
was a mainstay in Palm Springs forever.
Yes.
You know, and she'll be here either in November.
Turn.
Okay. It doesn't mean me, it's a me.
Or you can turn too. There you go. We got a nice little brown sear on that. We've got our sauce that is done. We've got our noodles going. Those are going to be a couple minutes. Now, when we start to construct this, not to go off subject, but we're
That's
going
okay.
to. We're going to.
This is a cookie show. I'm trying to look.
So we're going to use some nice sized burritos. And because there is some moisture, so, you know, the problem with putting moisture in a burrito is it gets wet and it falls all apart.
Okay.
So when we're building this, we want to build it with our drier ingredients on the bottom. So we're going to start off with our burrito. I need to get another cutting board because we're going to need to cut that in a minute.
You know, no offense to blondes, right? But I am living proof that blonde isn't just a hair color. It's a whole...
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It really is.
All right,
And
so
people think I'm kidding, but that's not, it's the truth.
put your meat here.
Uh-oh. The one in the skillet.
The skillet. There you go.
One meat. Uh-oh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
There we whoops.
Grab your meat.
Come on, you can get it. There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right, so I'll take that from you, and I'll have you just come back over here so we can keep our conversation going. So, do you like spicy food? Do you like more bland food?
I like all
You like all food. Okay, so we've got our burrito. We're going to start off with what's going to go on the bottom. So we're going to use some of this cilantro, and we're just going to kind of layer it along the bottom. A little bit of cilantro. And then we're going to take some of our basil. Put that
You know,
in there.
You brought me on your show, but I want to tell a little thing about you.
Well, please.
That, you know, you have these wonderful subscribers that subscribe to your show.
Yes.
And it's only $99.
99 cents.
99 cents, excuse me. $99.
I'd like $99. That would be nicer.
But the money goes to the LGBTQ
Yes.
Center Food Bank.
For the rest of this year, every subscription, every month, all of that money cumulative will go to them in December. And hopefully we can raise thousands of dollars. So if you subscribe to our our Facebook channel here for 99 cents, and you can help feed our less fortunate people
And
here in
there's
town.
there's a ton of people that use the Center Food Bank.
They do. There's a lot of people. They hand out hundreds of bags
Yes.
every single week. And each week I write, they send me what they're distributing. And then I write a recipe using all those ingredients so that people who get that food know what to do. Because sometimes there's some weird stuff in the bags, like
That's right.
star fruit, you know, or things that people don't necessarily know how to use. But, you know, a lot of it's ground beef, ground turkey, and I kind of come up with creative ways and flavors depending what's in it to utilize all those ingredients so nothing goes to waste.
Now, you know, I also work at DAP.
You
right?
do?
DAP Health, where I'm, what is it called? I'm the Sunrise Campus Navigator.
Oh, nice.
But one of the things that I like that we do is when you come in as a patient to see your doctor, one of the things that your doctor is going to ask is, when's the last time you've eaten?
Yes, they always ask
And-
if you have food
And
insecurity.
if you have any food insecurities,
Yep.
then the one thing we do is make sure you take a bag of food with you.
You know, when I first came here, my life had changed. I was very ill, and I needed all of that help.
Yes.
And they made sure I ate. They made sure I had a place to live. They made sure I had electricity, whatever it was I needed, and done in such a expeditious manner.
Yes.
And I was so thankful for that. And I think that's why I love giving back to the community, is that it is important. It's your life's breath. You
Yes.
know, if you have no food and you don't have good health and you can't get the things you need, just the basics in life,
Yes.
that we take a lot of, not advantage, but we take for granted when it's just when you have it, right?
You called me or said something about me being an advocate,
Yes.
a person, and I actually see myself as just a hope dispenser.
Hope
You
dispenser.
know, that
I like that.
as long as we have breath, there's hope.
I agree.
And it doesn't matter what it looks like, that we can see beyond the situation. And
Well,
do
you
what
have to
can
you
be.
have to step out of your, many of us have great lives and wonderful experiences, and you have to be able to step back from that and look at the other people who need all the things that I take for granted. I have all this great food and I can cook and I can share my recipes and my show, but knowing that it's affected somebody in a positive way, knowing that it fed somebody, knowing that I used to do haircuts at DAP years ago, knowing that it made them feel better. I had a person, the first haircut I did at DAP, the gentleman's hair was way below his shoulders. He was younger and unhoused, and I cut his hair, and when he saw it, he started to cry, and he hugged me. And that was like the best thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And people used to say to me, well, aren't you afraid of, the unhoused and them not being clean? I'm like, no, not at all.
There was a time.
Because they make a great effort to keep in good condition.
People come into DAP, and some of them think I'm glamorous.
You are glamorous.
A lot of them think I'm glamorous, and sometimes I'll see somebody come in who is drug-ridden.
Yep.
From street drugs.
Yep.
And who is without shelter and stuff. And I stop what I'm doing, they may have a caseworker that's all skilled by the books and stuff, and I'll say, I need 5 minutes for this person.
Yep.
I'll say, don't let the clothes fool you. I know what it's like to be where you're at.
Yes.
Because there was a time that I was unhoused and I was homeless, but I had to learn not to be hopeless.
Yes.
And I had to learn to see myself different.
Yes.
And as I begin to see myself different, like you can see yourself different through the food,
Yes.
through the nutrition, the being from a spiritual point of view,
Background,
right?
yeah.
From my doctor is in spiritual science.
Right.
As we pray, give us this day our daily bread.
Yep.
So this being our daily bread that we're making now, we also can stop and just take a deep breath and say, let me have this daily bread of hope right
Yes.
now. That things, even though they might seem like they're in the toilet there, they're really, that's just an illusion because they're going to get better.
They're gonna
so
get better. You're gonna find
And the
yourself-
ingredients we have to just keep putting into it.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to have the basic so we can spice it up a little.
Absolutely. And that's what we're doing today. So we're going to put this burrito together. We've got our basil, we've got our cilantro. I add a little bit of lettuce just to have a little bit of crunch because people like crunch. Then we're going to add some of our meat right here in the middle.
Now you slice the meat before you.
I did.
Okay.
I'm slicing the meat, so just into thin slices. This is very tender meat, so I'm not too worried about, the bite size.
Okay.
We're going to add some bean sprouts. And then we're going to add our pho pho sauce, which we've thickened up so you can see it's kind of, but we want to put it up on this side because it won't get the burrito so wet.
And then we also have some as our dipping sauce.
We have some dipping sauce if you want to dip it into it for extra flavor. And then we're going to add a little bit of hoisin sauce right across the top here. Not a lot because this is a pretty flavorful sauce, so you don't want to take all the flavor away. We're going to add a little bit of jalapeno. A couple little pieces for a little kick. And then I'm going to take a little bit of lime and I'm going to put it right across the top.
I have to tell you, it looks good.
It's really, really good. I made this Monday night for the first time because this was just an idea over the weekend. And I'm like, how can I take it and add all those flavors in? So we're going to wrap our burrito, bring it around, tuck in our edges, roll it over, and slice. And look how beautiful that looks.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't that look great? So we're going to have you take the first bite. Let me put this on your plate here.
You want to come take a bite?
You both can. You want to come on?
Come take a
Yeah,
bite.
come on. You can both come on. This is John, Dee's partner. And he's tucking in. He's making sure he's all handsome. Don't worry, nobody's looking at that. You're only from here up. All right,
Okay.
So you're going to look at this camera. You can both take a piece. There's some sauce if you want to dip it into the sauce.
I'll take the small one. Okay.
And look at that camera right there
Oh, here's a
when you
piece.
take your bite.
The meat is tender. Okay.
Pretty good.
You've been doing this for a while.
What do you think?
What do I
Have you
order?
had pho before? And so similar flavor, but you're in a burrito.
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic.
Here you go. Well, I'll let you guys take this
Fantastic.
out there. I want to thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
everything you're doing in the community.
Thank
Look
you.
this way.
Thank you for what you're doing.
And if you want to support Dee, you can take some clothes over to DAP Health. You can come to the gospel music trans-denominational
On the 31st of August.
31st of
That's
August
Sunday
in
night at
support.
6 o'clock.
I see you've got Jim J. Bullock. He was on my show.
Ah, see?
Yeah, he was a great guest. He was a lot of fun. He's a very nice gentleman.
I'm so hungry we're going to eat this.
You go sit and eat. And so that does it for this week's show. Remember, please subscribe to our channel, follow us, share us with your other friends. And remember, you always have a place for you at our table. Until next week, we'll see you back here in the kitchen. Have a great week. And Joe, thank you for coming again. I didn't say hello to you today.
I know, that's all right.
We got a little tight. We got a little behind schedule today when we were starting the show. So thank you all for
good, huh?
coming. Thank you for supporting us. And remember, 99-cent subscription. All that money goes to the LGBTQ Food Bank. And we're out. Have a great week.